You ask what it takes to be successful. Well, gentlemen, to be successful, every traveling salesman must have two things in his favor: a thorough knowledge of his product and a well-run boarding house to work from. Thank you, Mrs. Cosgrove.
You're welcome. There's more where this came from in the kitchen.
Now, as I was saying, it is a known medical fact that a happy foot is the key to stamina and vigor, and that proper footwear, the best insurance for healthy feet. Now, take your wife, for example, Mr. Cosgrove. It's not yet the end of the day, and she is already exhausted. Now, if she were to be fitted with a pair of my finest St. Louis shoes...
There's nothing wrong with my wife's feet, Mr. Peabody.
I'm not sure that I would agree, Mr. Cosgrove.
Salty. Meatloaf's salty again.
Yes, definitely salty.
No insult intended to your wife, Mr. Cosgrove, but perhaps on my next trip from St. Louis, I could bring back a cookbook.
Well, your potato pie is about the best I've ever ate. My compliments to the chef.
If we want to keep the boarders we have, Brenda, we can't keep serving them slicked up leftovers.
There's no more sugar, no canned peaches for dessert. And this isn't but half the lard I asked for.
Mrs. Casper cut us off. There's no more credit until we pay the bill.
How can we run a rooming house if we can't put food on the table?
It's just temporary, that's all. Our luck is going to change. You'll see.
It's all right, Robert. I know you're trying.
Robert Cosgrove goes about the humdrum of his days, not knowing how to improve his luck. Until, of course, he lays his hand on the dead man's gun. In the American West, a gun touched by evil passed from hand to hand, changing the lives of all who possessed it. Its origin unknown, its dark legend grew, until it came to be known as the dead man's gun.
Well, looky here.
Well, it would seem the Cosgrove's little hostelry is about to take a step up.
Yeah.
You best clear off the table.
Ooh, without a doubt, the most attractive woman I have seen west of St. Louis. And if I might add, she has excellent taste in footwear.
Gentlemen, step away from the window, please. Good evening.
Mr. Cosgrove.
Yes, sir. Please, come in.
Yes. Well, it seems the Majestic Hotel failed to receive the reservation we sent by wire from New York 4 weeks ago. As they haven't a room to spare, they suggested your establishment. My wife is very tired.
Well, you're in luck, sir. You're just in time for dinner. My wife, Brenda, here, Mrs. Cosgrove, is just about the best cook in the county. That the truth, gentlemen?
That's the truth, sir.
Might we see the rooms? I'd like to freshen up before dinner.
Certainly.
Yes, you go ahead, darling. I'll have a cigar in the sitting room.
Oh, just make yourself at home, sir. Brenda will be right up with fresh linens and towels. It's nothing fancy, but it's clean and comfortable. If you need anything, Mrs. Barrett, anything at all, just ask.
Thank you.
Mr. Cosgrove.
I didn't mean to disturb your privacy, sir.
That's quite all right. Cigar, Mr. Cosgrove. Yes, I think you'll like it, sir. Mr. Cosgrove.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, imported from the Indies.
This is fine. Very fine. You're a lucky man, Mr. Barrett.
Lucky? Perhaps.
You don't think so?
I think we make our own luck.
How do you do that?
When I see something I want, Mr. Cosgrove, I go after it. And I don't stop until I've got it.
Thank you, Richard. I appreciate the help.
Oh, no, you work so hard for us all day long. It's the least I can do.
Thanks.
Can you believe those Barretts? They're like some Duke and Duchess. So fine and perfect. He's so confident and taken up with himself. Seems like he's afraid of nothing. Guess that's what money can do for you.
Never heard of money making you brave. Just rich, that's all.
What's that supposed to mean?
Guess it would help us get out of the hole. Being 2 months behind in the mortgage. Good night, sweetheart.
Good night. Side of beef, Hennessy Meat Company. $4.90. They raised us again. How high is the price of beef gonna go? Bet the Barretts don't worry about paying piddly little bills like these. Oh, they probably got a secretary doing it for them. Who decides people like that should have it all instead of us?
They're just lucky, I guess.
Barrett says there's no such thing as luck. He says people make their own luck.
He did?
He says you see something you want, you go after it.
It's that simple.
So he says. No, we made it. Paid everything.
Save for the mortgage.
Nickel on 17.
All bets down.
Come on. Come on. Come on!
Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, watch. Get off of me, you fool!
Watch where you're going, you damn drunk.
Mr. Barrett. Mr. Barrett. Mr. Barrett. $91.
Robert, you scared me.
I got something to show you.
Where did you get this?
I've been saving up. A little extra every week. You know all those nickels and dimes I've been taking for beers and things? Well, that small change can add up. There's enough here for the mortgage. In fact, there was a fair amount left over. Present for you, darling. Another surprise.
I could never wear a dress like this.
Why not?
It's so beautiful.
It's nonsense. Of course you can wear it. Now try it on.
I can't. Not here.
Well, hold it up against yourself. Come on. I want to see what it looks like.
All right. Maybe you should take it back.
Oh, no. I want you to go get yourself some of that fancy Eastern makeup. And maybe a bow for your hair. You know, to match that dress. You know, like Mrs. Barrett. And I want you to wear it tonight.
Serving dinner? I could never wear a dress like this.
Brenda, it is high time we start making the right impression around here. Now, I want you to wear that dress tonight.
We're a little late with dinner this evening, are we not, Cosgrove?
Fine food takes some careful time to prepare, gentlemen. Believe me, dinner will be well worth the wait.
Cosgrove, I should like to speak with you in private. Immediately.
Yes, Mr. Barrett?
There was an unfortunate incident last evening, Mr. Cosgrove. Perhaps you heard of it.
No, sir, I haven't.
I was robbed.
That's terrible, Mr. Barrett.
Yes, it is. It has also created an unfortunate and perhaps embarrassing situation.
I don't understand.
The hooligan escaped with everything. Since my wife and I will be leaving in the morning, I was hoping you would be so kind as to accept my personal check.
Certainly, Mr. Barrett. It's no problem at all. I'm sorry you lost your money.
Just ready cash, that's all. The worst of it is, he stole my gun.
He did.
It was irreplaceable. A treasure.
Do you have any idea who this hooligan is?
Not a clue. Needless to say, Mrs. Barrett is quite dismayed by the whole incident, and we've decided to move on.
Understood, sir. It's a shame, but I certainly understand how she feels.
Yes.
Why, Mrs. Cosgrove, don't we look fine tonight?
Real fine. Indeed.
Going to church or something?
Is that really you, Miss Cosgrove?
I'll be right back. There's more where this came from in the kitchen.
You outdid yourself tonight, Brenda.
It was just chicken and fixins.
I'm talking about the dress.
I've never been looked at like that in my life.
See what a little extra money can do for you.
So long as you like looking at me, Robert, what do I care about those other men?
Maybe I ought to buy you another one.
No, Robert, no.
Why not? You like prettying yourself up like that, don't you? Admit it. All that attention.
But the expense.
There might be a little something extra.
We've got the mortgage to pay, Robert. My mother didn't leave us this house so we can throw away what little we have on indulgences.
Money. It all comes down to money, doesn't it? I don't suppose anybody can be happy without it.
Mrs. Cosgrove,
Yes, ma'am.
you've done everything to make us feel at home. I wanted to thank you.
Jeanette! We can't be all day here now. Come on!
Poor Jonathan, forever lacking in gentility. I have so tried to teach him.
Come on! Thank you, Mr. Cosgrove. And good luck.
You too, Mr. Barrett.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to the bank. Mortgage is due today.
Well, be careful going into town. I'm always a wreck whenever you carry money, especially when it's all we have.
Well, we're always happy to take your money, Mr. Cosgrove. 70, 75, and 80. Well, that makes your mortgage paid up with $1 left over. Mr. Forbes, how can I be of service?
Just a withdrawal this morning, Edward.
Would you like that in big bills or small, Mr. Forbes?
It makes no difference to me.
Yes, sir, Mr. Cosgrove. What can I do for you?
Let me have a beer. Tell me, Wiley, what makes some men so special they get to be so rich while the rest of us go broke?
Simple. You ever meet an honest rich man?
Good Lord, Robert, what are you doing? You're no thief. Get a hold of yourself. You need the money. He doesn't. Truth is, he's not even gonna miss it. Just like Barrett. I'm just gonna do it one more time. That's all. Then never, so help me. Never again. Stand and deliver!
Take it easy, mister. Don't shoot, please.
I want your money! Now!
Yeah. Here it is.
Ride hard and don't turn around, I'm warning you! It was simple. So damn simple. You don't like them.
Of course I like them. I love getting presents from you, Robert, but I just don't understand. You told me you spent everything.
Well, I guess I should have told you. I didn't really spend it all. I gambled some at roulette.
Roulette? But Robert, we don't have any money.
I won.
For...
I promise, Brenda, I will never do it again. If you can win, you can lose. I know that. But take your presents. You know they make you happy. And that's all I want.
Thank you, Robert. You're dear.
No. Don't thank me just yet. We still got a bit of shopping to do. We'll be back. Thank you.
I can hardly recognize myself, Robert. Can you?
More than ever. Nothing like having a beautiful wife and money in your pocket.
Thank you, Robert.
I was just thinking how nice it'd be to live this way all the time. No problems, just strolling along, envy of everyone.
Well, it might get tiresome after a while, don't you think?
Well, guess what? This is how things are gonna be from here on out. Especially after we get the rooming house all redone. Fresh coat of paint, new furniture. We're gonna turn that place into a fine hotel. I'm telling you, Brenda, once word gets around how nice the place looks, how pretty the lady of the house is, we're gonna be turning guests away.
Fix up the house and fix up Brenda.
Is that, sweetheart?
And just where are we gonna get the money to do all of this?
Well, why don't you just leave that to me?
Robert? Robert. Robert, you're hurting my hand.
Sorry.
Robert, what's wrong? Are you all right?
Nothing. Must be this cigar. Couldn't breathe there for a minute.
I'm saying the rascal's no better than a back alley thug, a cowardly scoundrel without the nerve to face a man unmasked.
That's not exactly what it says here in the newspaper, Portsmouth. And the man's dangerous, to be sure, but according to this, he's no coward.
Getting so's a body can't take a peaceful ride in the country anymore.
Well, everyone in town's talking about it. They're all real scared. Well, what sort of man lives that kind of life?
A blackguard, boy. A gutter rogue with no more moral.
Oh, I don't know. He hasn't hurt anyone. At least, not that we know of. All he's done is take some money from a rich man. He's like a modern-day Robin Hood.
You defending the man?
Well, not exactly.
Having a villain in our midst doesn't seem to be bothering you any, Mr. Cosgrove.
I'd say that's a rather cavalier attitude. How can you, a man with a wife, not see this as a genuine threat to this peaceful community?
Well, you misunderstood. What I meant to say...
Well, Miss Cosgrove, can I help you with that?
No, I'm fine. Thank you, Richard.
You look stunning, sweetheart.
Most definitely. You certainly do play havoc with a man's appetite, Mrs. Cosgrove.
How do you mean, Mr. Peabody?
Oh, I would much rather look at you than eat.
I wish I'd said that.
Maybe once you've all had something to eat, you'll stop talking this foolishness.
Ah, your prize meatloaf. Delicious. Victuals for the gods.
Why don't you sit down and join us for once, Brenda?
Yes, a fine idea. It's about time we all got to know each other better.
Sit, Brenda.
Funny how my cooking got so much better all of a sudden.
Don't turn it off. please. I want to look at you. I want to watch you. Turn around.
Robert, what's got into you?
I can't believe how beautiful you are. You're like some kind of a wonderful creature that's come into my life. A stranger.
I'm no stranger.
I can't stop looking at you. I can't stop wanting you.
For God's sakes, Robert, we've been married 4 years.
Look at yourself. Look how beautiful you are.
Am I really so beautiful?
Can't you see it? Hmm? Can't you see what you do to them? The way they stare at you?
I don't like their eyes on me, Robert. I really don't.
It's not their eyes, Brenda. It's my eyes. I'm the one who's telling you how beautiful you are.
Nice job there. Be careful now. Don't drip. Ain't this fun, sweetheart?
It definitely is gonna be different.
You happy, darling?
Why, don't I look happy?
Sure you do. Pretty as a picture. So, John, what are we up to now?
Well, with all the new furnishings and repairs so far, we're in the thereabouts of maybe 500? 550? Up to now.
Damn, it's never enough. It's just never enough.
Come on, honey. Let's go on. Have a
Well, hello.
fun upstairs.
Back with another wallet full of money.
Come on now, Wiley. Give us another. You know we're good for the money.
Maybe, maybe not.
Damn, Wiley, it ain't the first time. You'll get paid as soon as we get paid. You always do, huh?
Payroll will be in tomorrow on the stage.
Fine, you can drink tomorrow.
Come on now, Wiley. You know us. It ain't like we're leaving town or nothing.
Coach, give me the gun! Now! Throw down the strong box! Now! Throw it down!
Don't move!
Enough of this. Enough.
You get lucky at roulette again?
No. It came today. Along with this.
Regretfully, we must inform you of the death of your Uncle Jesse Langdon. Robert Cosgrove, as sole heir, having sold all his worldly goods, we herewith forward to you his entire estate.
It's over $1,000, Brenda. We're rich.
I never knew you had an Uncle Jesse.
He was a distant relative on my mama's side.
I guess Mr. Barrett was wrong.
What do you mean?
He said you make your own luck, didn't he? It doesn't just come falling out of the sky.
Well, maybe not directly, but...
Shouldn't we put this money in the bank?
No. I don't trust banks.
You know best, Robert.
Now we can really fix this place up. Make it first class. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna stay here, tend to things. You take the stage into Baxter. You buy new furniture.
I don't think we need anything, Robert.
I don't understand you, Brenda. Every time I try and make you happy...
I can't seem to make you happy, Robert. I've been trying.
You don't appreciate it.
What?
Take a look at yourself, Brenda. All that money I've been bringing in hasn't hurt you one bit. I think it's time you started being grateful.
I'll try, Robert.
Now, you just go into Baxter and you tell him to deliver everything.
You want me to go alone? The Red Mask Highwayman just robbed the stage. What if he does it again?
He won't.
How can you be so sure?
It's too soon. No self-respecting thief that repeat himself over and over again. Make you feel comfortable, ask Richard to go with you.
But Richard's just a boy.
He'll be company. Help you to stop worrying so much.
Please, Robert. It's been every night this week. I need some time to sleep.
You have plenty of time to sleep.
Bye.
Bye. You done a fine job, John. And one day ahead of time. Richard, where's my wife? Where is she?
She asked that I give you this.
Dear Robert, I'm sorry to tell you that I'm not coming back. I now realize just how different you and I have become. You always told me you only wanted for me to be happy. I was once with you, but not anymore.
So salty again.
And burned. And the napkins are soiled. I may just have to find another place to stay.
I am going to find my happiness again, Robert. Out in the world somewhere. I know you won't mind that I've taken the money from behind the painting. I've known for some time that you are the red-masked highwayman, so you shouldn't have any trouble getting more. Goodbye. And good luck, Brenda.
Robert Cosgrove, a man whose once grand design has been reduced to cold potatoes and salty meatloaf, now finds himself searching for the key to his lost dream. He has been brought to this end by vanity and greed, with a little help from the dead man's gun.